Secretly, those bullies in the 6th grade still, they're yelling, their cries really still stay in your ears. So that's interesting. You changed your name from what to what, or can you say that?
Yeah, sure. From David
from David to Gareth.
To Gareth.
I see. And?
So it made it impossible for my high school reunion committee to find me.
Yeah, yeah.
They eventually managed to track me down, but it took them a long time. It took them decades.
And then when they tracked you down, then
they invited me to a reunion, and I thought, wow, okay, this is interesting. I could barely manage to go to this because the person who actually got on the phone said, "Look, I'm sorry for what we did to you."
Oh, really? Wow.
And so I went.
Wow,
and
what a moment.
Really, just out of the blue on the telephone.
God, it's very moving.
Yeah. I've tracked you down after 40, 45 years to tell you I'm sorry.
How important that must have been for him to tell you that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do you think
and
of
so,
that?
So I went, and, he greeted me, and again said, "I'm sorry. We were really, really did you wrong."
Yeah.
And a lot of other people, too, many of whom are here.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Yeah. Huh. I had a dream, something I'm writing about. It was riding my bicycle up and down, and there was a girl that I used to call out to. She had acne all over her face. I used to call out, "Hi, measles," because I thought I was just greeting her.
Right.
And then the dream showed me her father kind of appearing. And the upshot of it is, this is a pre-empathy part of life. It's before the development of empathy in our lives.
Wow, interesting.
So one thing that really strikes me about some of those final segments had to do with self-disclosure. And there were a couple different types of self-disclosure that we saw. And that's something that you've been a proponent of for so long in your writings. The one that stood out for me was simply letting him know how you felt, that you were, when he told you the story of the bullies later in life apologizing to him, and you said, that's very touching. You really showed him in just a couple words that you were moved by him. And another piece of that was you really found out about an important aspect of his growing up, being bullied by kids, and that just makes me remember that that's always been something that you've emphasized, that it's important to do it in interpersonal history. Often therapists focus so much on doing a family history and finding out about relationships with their parents, but it's equally important to find out what their relationship was with peers, with friends, with coworkers currently.
If I want to get a feeling, a good sense of what kind of life people live, what they're really like, I always will do a exploration of who they meet during the day, what kind of close friends they have, what their history of friendships are. One way I often do it in an opening session is to take a 24-hour history, and starting in the morning, and then reflecting upon what kind of night's sleep they had. I get dreams at that point, and then I go through the day.